So, a lot of people lately just been asking me, yo, like, what's up? Like, how did you get the champ? And well, here's the thing. Getting the champ takes a lot of grinding, a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. You just gotta win lots of games and get up there. And it's just overall, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot easier than a lot of people think. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 tips to hit champ in Rocket League this season. Have you ever lost a game of Rocket League? Well, I'm willing to bet that if you're watching this, you probably have, which is why you're looking to get some tips to improve so that you can win more. Well, here is my number 1 tip, the greatest tip, the secret to all of Rocket League and winning more games. Here it is. Tip number 1, score more goals than the other team. I mean, it sounds pretty simple, but tell me this, have you ever won any games where the other team scored more than you? Yeah, that's right, probably not. And that brings us to part 2 of this tip, which is stop letting the other team score. If you just stop letting them score entirely, then it's pretty much impossible for them to win, which means that you'll get a 100% win rate. And yeah, it's just simple math. Stop letting the other team score, and then score some more, and you got wins. Alright, here's tip number 2. If you want to start scoring more goals and letting the other team score less, then stop whiffing the ball. You ever seen someone, maybe even done this yourself, where ball goes right in front of the net, guy goes in for the shot, just completely misses, resulting in no goal, and now you or your teammate is out of position? Well, the easiest solution to stop that is to just not whiff the ball. If you just hit the ball, make some contact, that wouldn't happen. You might even score a goal out of it. But all I gotta say about that is hit the ball. Even better if you can hit to where you want to, but no matter what happens, at least make contact with the ball. Do not miss. And yeah, hitting the ball is always better than whiffing. As a side note though, sometimes whiffing the ball intentionally can be a very good strategy. But if you are going for a hit, you should try and get it. But sometimes you should just let your team hit the ball instead of you. But if you let them go for the ball, then you should get into a better position. Alright, and then with that, we get tip number 3, which is use your teammates. Unless you're playing 1v1, there's other people on the pitch trying to accomplish the same goal as you, which is win and score goals and not let the other team score. You don't have to play 2v1 or 3v1 to get the champ, and you don't have to carry every single game to get the champ. Sometimes your teammates can score, and sometimes they can make saves. You don't have to do everything. So basically, pass the ball to your teammates and hopefully receive passes, which is get in good position so that they can pass it to you. Giving passes and receiving passes is a lot harder to read as a play than just taking the ball straight at the goal and trying to dribble it in and score, because 90% of the time that's not going to work. Do you know what's even better than just passing? Try passing sideways or passing backwards, which is tip number 4. Move the ball laterally and even backwards. This isn't football, or aka American football for anyone outside the US. Every touch you make on the ball doesn't have to be towards the other team's goal, and you don't get punished for moving it backwards. In fact, it can actually be insanely helpful. Imagine this. Have you ever had a teammate sitting back on defense and you're on the wrong side of the ball to be able to shoot it? Well, instead of letting the other team just take the ball, try tapping it back to your mate, and that way they can beat the other team to the ball and get the touch first and shoot it, maybe even score. You know what? Like, no matter what happens, it's always best to set the ball up and have your team get the touch rather than the other team. Alright, and my last tip here is tip number 5. Don't be a fucking dick. If you try and forfeit or bitch your team 1 minute in when they score 1 goal and you have plenty of time to come back, ain't nobody's gonna want to play with you, ain't nobody's gonna want to help you win. Be supportive of your team, be nice, I guarantee you will win more games than you will lose. There you go. Alright guys, anyways, I hope those tips help you. Hope they help you get better at the game. Maybe even get the champ. If you're real close, try some of these out and maybe you'll get the champ this season, season 6. Thanks. Subscribe if you haven't, and like this vid, and maybe I'll do more tips in the future. Alright. See you guys later.